Hi, this is Jordan from Ipso Creative, and this video is an overview of the WordPress editor called Gutenberg. We're going to take a look at the new page structure and how to edit content using the block editor. Let's dive in. As you can see, the Gutenberg update changed both the page layout and the content editor. First, let's walk through the new layout. The page title is located at the top of the editor as a permanent block. Page settings and formatting options are on the right. In the top bar, you can save as draft, preview, and publish your changes. The gear icon hides and displays the document and block settings. And the icon with 3 dots provides you additional options for editing this document. The document settings are very similar to the previous editor. You have your status and visibility settings. You can edit your permalink here, or if you click your page title, you can edit it there as well. There's also a featured image and discussion options and page attributes. Now let's talk about the new Gutenberg editor. It's considered a block editor because every content element is added as its own block within the page. To add a block, look for the plus sign icon, where you can find in multiple places throughout the editor. Once clicked, it opens up a window with different categories of block elements that you can add to your page. There's also a search bar, which is incredibly helpful if you know which block you already want. Let's add a heading block to our page. Above each block is a Styles toolbar. The icon on the far left identifies the type of block, and depending on the type of block, it will allow you to transform into a different block. For instance, we can transform our heading into a paragraph or quote block. Our toolbar also has some basic formatting and styling options. And clicking the 3 dots shows us more actions we can take. We can hide the block settings on the right. We can duplicate this block and its contents. We can insert a new block before or after this one. Edit as HTML. Add this block and its contents as a reusable block. Or we can remove the block. If we look to the right, we see the block tab is selected in our settings sidebar. Each block has different settings and styles that can be managed here. For our heading block, we have a list of our different heading tags and can choose text alignment. There's also an advanced settings section. For our heading, we can set an anchor tag which lets you link directly to that section of the page. Most blocks also have this CSS field. This allows developers to create additional styles that can be applied to blocks by adding the CSS class here. Let's add a new block after our heading. If we start typing, it automatically creates a paragraph block. With Gutenberg, each paragraph is created as its own block. If we select our paragraph, we can see our styling and formatting options have changed in both the toolbar and the block settings. Paragraphs have a color settings control where you can add a background color or change the text color based on the defined brand colors. Now let's add an image to our page. Adding imagery is very simple with Gutenberg. If not contained in a column, the image will appear full size. Choosing alignment, however, will allow text to wrap the image. Another common element are buttons. Buttons are also added as their own block. Click inside the button to edit the button text, edit the URL underneath, or align the button. Clicking the button icon shows us our different button styles, as does our settings sidebar on the right, along with our color options for the background color and the text color. Now let's take a look at some layout elements. 2 of the most common layout elements are the columns block and the spacer block. The columns block allows you to build out a row with a varying number of columns in the row. The number of columns in the row can be changed in the settings sidebar. Once the columns are set, you can begin to add content within the columns. The last block we'll add is the spacer block. The spacer block is perfect if you want to add padding or spacing in between elements on your page. It simply acts as blank space or white space to your page. You can adjust the amount of spacing by adjusting the pixels in the settings sidebar. There's a few additional features that are helpful as you build out your document. As you add new rows of content, you'll see 3 icons display in the far right corner. These are your 3 most frequently used blocks, which get updated as you add content and build out your page. You can also move content elements around by hovering over a block and clicking the up or down arrows, or selecting the block, grabbing, and dropping wherever you want. On the top left of the page, you can view an outline of all the content elements on your page and quickly navigate between items. You can also view some basic information about your document, undo and redo changes, and add new blocks. Well, that wraps our overview of the WordPress block editor Gutenberg. Hopefully this video was helpful in showing you the new page structure, settings, and formatting options, as well as learning how to manage content using the Gutenberg editor. Check out the description for other helpful CMS videos, and thanks for watching.